Hey guys, got a 20-minute game up. My opponent is from India, rated 1249, and we're going to be looking at development and how to score, keep track of your development as you go. Okay, so the basic rule is this: any of your pieces that are out in the board are worth a score of 1. Okay, so right now we've got a knight out each, and that's 1 each. Castling is worth 2. Okay. And that's all you need to know. So let's go. Could play d4 now. I think that's pretty standard open Sicilian stuff. Takes, then if knight takes, queen takes. And if he swaps off his knights and my queen comes out, then I'm slightly ahead in development, which I should be as white, because I would have one piece in the board and black would have none. Okay, now e6. So I'm tempted now to bring up my bishop. Just stick it there in the Re Lopez position, or I think that makes sense. Or do I want to fianchetto this bishop? Not really. If I push and takes, doesn't really make sense. Okay, let's proceed. Just bring out another knight. I want to make another video for you guys as well on a checklist. So I've had a real point slide recently, and it's kind of frustrating. So part of me would like to just sit down and dedicate a day to try and getting back up to 1500. I'm 1397 right now. I just played a game against somebody rated 900, and I was talking you through all this stuff and recording it, and I totally blundered my queen, so I blundered twice actually. Okay, this is interesting. Advanced knight. So he's now moved this piece twice. If my knight moves, there's a discovered attack by the queen on this knight. I don't think he's really coming in to attack either of these, and the queen can't come here because of my knight and my pawns. So what do we do? If I advance my knight, then this knight is then under attack by the queen. That square is relatively safe. If pushes, I can take with a pawn. That really messes up the king side. There's no other really natural square for this knight to go to. I don't think I want to kick it. Actually, that's not too bad. Don't think he's going to take there. Can't go there. Or there. So it might have to retreat to there. So I think in this case, the pawn kick looks like it might have legs. Of course, you've got to have legs to kick, haven't you? So it was an unusual move. You don't see that very... Ooh. Alright. Now, capture with the knight comes with another discovery on that one. So there's no trap here, is there? Nothing up. Bishop out here. Okay, so he's taken away the defender of that pawn. Well, that's interesting. Oh, he's actually won a pawn there, look. Right, don't think I want to capture there. Prompt him to capture inwards. I'm going to develop this bishop. Might drop down to one of these squares. That is an interesting little manoeuvre, look at that. Kick the knight. Takes pawn. So what should I have captured there? Okay, we have a trade of knights. Okay, and now I've got 3 to 1 in the middle of the board here. So I have a development lead. This bishop is the only defender of that pawn right now, and this knight is attacked twice, so knight's going to have to defend itself or get the heck out of the way. I also now have the option of castling long. Okay, so that comes with an attack on the queen, but look how many moves these knights have made. Now then, serious question, where does my queen want to be? I'm inclined just to put it here, maybe. It's a shame about this diagonal. I'd like to keep the pressure on that pawn. Let's just drop back to here. Then if I castle long, put my rook straight on d1, might have pressure up the d file. But I like the fact that I am 3-1 ahead in development. I don't have a d pawn or an e pawn right now, so I need to try and use that to my advantage, which means getting my rooks into the middle of the game, the middle of the board, pretty quickly. Alright, so this is a pawn move. Yeah, it's grabbing some centre, which we get. I think just castles now. So now I'm 1, 2, 3, 5. 5-1 in front in terms of development. However, black is not far from castling, just needs to move the bishop. Ideas of a pawn attack up that side is okay. You've moved. This is an odd move because the bishop isn't really out in the board. It's not out. Right. I'd like to pin that pawn. Question is, where does this bishop want to go? And obviously that is no good, and that feels a little bit clunky. So I could, like here, and put the bishop on g2, or bring it out and there. But I like the fact that this advances pawns up the king side, so let's go with this one. Then go there, put pressure on this pawn. You see there, then rook e1, and this pawn is actually pinned to the king, right? But it's a little slow. Rook e1, and then I can freely capture that pawn as things stand. Okay, not too concerned about that. So I'm going to carry on with my plan. Rook e1, attack the pawn. So there's no castling queenside now. The only way he's going to get to safety is that side, and he's neglected to move this bishop. With several moves in, I've completed development. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm actually 6-2 in front, and that's only really a half. So 6 against 1.5. Quite liking this bishop now. You see, because he's got these light squared pawn chain here. My bishop is controlling some squares. This bishop is less impressive. Queen out. Okay, that's defended by the knight. Are you planning on that? I'll just move out the way. Okay, stick with the plan. Rook h to e1. Now this pawn is absolutely pinned, so this pawn is actually effectively hanging. It's only defended now by the queen, but it's attacked by two minor pieces, a queen and then a rook as well. So what I'm hoping to show in this game is that prioritizing development can give you an advantage in the game. Okay, we now have two attackers on this pawn here, and that knight is also now defending that pawn, which is interesting. I can still take it. Takes, knight takes, bishop or queen takes. I can also kick the knight again. I think that looks alright as well. It means this pawn's now safe, it's defended by its neighbour. This knight's not going to go here, it's not going to go there because knight takes. Don't think it's going to go there because queen takes. So I'm hoping the knight's just going to retreat and then I can grab this pawn for free. Probably with my bishop. So down around 15 minutes now. I'm under 15 minutes, my opponent's just over. So I think that that knight manoeuvre at the start here, this is an interesting one. This one's going to have to go into my course. So we have pawn takes. So this is kind of from the Four Knights Sicilian, really, isn't it? Hit that, pawn takes, it's counter-attacking my knight. And now he gets that pawn for free. Yep. Definitely interesting. Okay, what are you going to do with your knight? So I don't know if you know, and if you're playing in the browser, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to step through moves in the game. You can press the up arrow to go to the start of the game and the down arrow to go to the end or the last move that's played. So I'm going to start of the game and current point in the game. Yeah, my opponent's taken some time to have a good think. I think now he's starting to notice the downside of failing to castle his king. So I'm now totally complete in development. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we might also add a bonus point for centralising the rook. Whereas he's down on 3. Whoa, okay. Sacrificing the exchange. Now if queen takes, he's got this, hasn't he? Which is interesting. So I could just grab the knight, and then I'm attacking queen and... No, I can't just grab the knight, because then we've got queen a1 mate. Interesting. If I take the rook with a pawn... Queen there, then I think king there's the only move, and then queen there. Very, very interesting. Good thinking to my opponent, eh? Now, if I simply move my king, then black's got a knight under attack and a rook under attack. I can't take the knight, we know that, because that's mate in 1. If I take the rook, knight there, check, have to move the king, knight takes queen, pawn takes knight, and that's just horrible. Knight takes there. Sorry, bishop takes, pawn can't recapture. I think moving the king's the only real option. Now I'm attacking the rook, and then the fork doesn't come with check, so it's irrelevant. I'm also attacking the knight. Knight can't go there, pawn takes, can't go there, king takes. Very good move, very good move. However, still not castle mate, are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Against my 1, 2, 3, because I've just lost my knight, which has brought me back down a peg in development. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a bit of an attacking talent here, Mr. Murapala. Okay, now what are you going to do? Because you're in a double attack situation. You simply save the rook, you're going to lose your knight. In fact, probably queen takes my... Oh, hang on, there's a bishop looking at that. I Saving the rook would seem to be logical. You can't go there, anywhere on... Okay, haha. Wow, didn't see that one either. That's now attacking my queen. Now this attacks black's queen in return. So if I take, that's counter-attacking the queen. Both queens under attack, yeah? Okay, let's think this through. I take, you take queen, I take queen. I've won my knight back. I take knight, queen takes or bishop takes, and then I take the rook. Hang on. I take knight, bishop takes. I take rook, bishop takes rook. I still win my knight back. Takes. You might grab a pawn out of that. What a good game. What good play. However, you're still not castled and you've got a rook here that is playing no part in the game, whereas all my pieces are currently engaged in the game. Okay, no brainer. Okay, so I'm actually 2 pawns down right now for 5 against 7 pawns. 3 pawns down. All right. Okay, so situation is he's attacking that, he's attacking both bishops. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to grab that pawn. Might lose the bishop, probably will, but then I can grab that pawn. This pawn is still pinned. This rook is still out of the game. Can't take that. Okay, let's grab that. Okay, I am now... I'm a bishop and a pawn down. Alright, so that's attacking my rook now. This pawn's still pinned. And it's attacking this pawn. Okay, let's go here, defend the pawn. Now he's probably going to castle, get to safety, eh? No, he can't, because this bishop would be hanging. He's got to move that bishop first. He can't go there because bishop takes. He can't go there because rook takes. Could go here. So you can see how castling is absolutely critical now, because he's got a piece there that is not involved in the game. So I really, really want to prevent him from castling if at all possible. Oh, wow. Okay, well that was unexpected. Okay, rook here, no. Okay, but at least now, yeah, he's going to get his rook into the game, and I guess he figures that having his king there is no worse than having it on g8. So it's now involved. It can even come in, harass my rook there. I think rook back to here. Undefends that pawn. Let's push the pawn. So these two are now secure, and crucially, the bishop is guarding the c8 square. So ideas of rook c8 are out the window. Probably going to get rook d8 in that case, because that's also an open file. find myself with my opponent's rating again. He's not even 1250, he's 1249. And he's playing very well. Okay, that was expected. Okay. I'm going to dodge out the way of that. The ideas of coming up here with a rook. Got two undefended pawns here. That could end up with my rook being trapped by its own pawns, really. So I probably want to avoid that idea. 9 minutes he's got. More than enough time to take me to the cleaners. This pawn is still pinned. Put my rook here, he's got king here, which is actually a fork on both rooks. So that's not a good idea. If I go here, pawn will just push. Doesn't help me at all. I'm just going to drop back. No other ideas. Bishop here's okay, I just move. You see, having that extra bishop now means he's got every square on the board now covered by bishops, potentially. He's played exceedingly well. Very good attacking. Okay, that's fine. Can't go here because of bishop fork, so I'm just going to dodge. Again. He's got rook here, that forced exchange of rooks. Rook there might not be a bad idea either. That'd probably have been a better move, actually double them up. Oh, he's got a pin now. That was silly. Just not playing very well. Is he going to see the pin? No, he missed the pin. Good. He just went for the simplify option. Now the 7th rank is starting to look slightly more appealing. Blocked off his own rooks there. So I do have this now. The king has to protect this pawn, so it's going to have to move backwards. Can he finish me off? He should absolutely finish me off. He's got an extra pawn and an extra bishop. He's taking his time over his moves, which is good to see. How is his endgame? Okay, that's if I go there, he simply moves his bishop, yeah? So it's throwing a check. He could block with the rook. I've also got a pawn minority on this side. He's got 4 against 2 there. So if I'm going to do anything, feels like I have to try and go after that pawn and promote if possible. So let's drop the bishop down. No, because that undefends the pawn. It's under attack by that bishop. Okay, let's play that. No. Okay, bring the king up. I attack the king. Can go there and still defend the pawn. Alright, what's the point of that move? Not sure anybody knows. Rook there actually pins that bishop against that bishop. Okay. Kind of X-ray defending the pawn behind it. Can't go back there. It shouldn't be any challenge for him to press home this majority, so he really can. With 6 minutes on the clock, he can just start pushing these pawns up. He's in such a commanding position. Alright. He's throwing a check. Just for a giggle. Where are you going to go? Got 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Ah, backwards. Nice. Okay, now my king can't come in here. Just push a pawn. Rook might come up to here. Defending these guys, alright. Okay. He's starting to play quicker now. These bishops are absolutely killer. Ah. Having said that, 2 bishops against 1. Should be totally winning for white. For black? Not for white. White is in trouble. Oh, it's going after that pawn. Curses. No, I think he's got me. He's totally got me. I can't get this pawn. Okay, let's bring the king up anyway. Oops. He's going to take that. Okay. See, my only hope is to eliminate this pawn and promote one of mine. Okay, this is alright. You come here. The skewer. Ah, he's jammed it up now. See, my only option then was to push that. Okay, let's come back with the king. Play bishop here. Nah, resign that one. Okay, really, really well played by my opponent. I don't know. It's probably worth looking at the report because I didn't feel like I played all that bad, but he absolutely took me to bits. Look at me now, 1386. Fantastic stuff. I mean, it's a game at the end of the day. You know, when your opponent plays well, you've got to celebrate that fact as well. 89 accuracy. Wow. And I had a missed win. Where's my missed win? E5 is a missed win. Right? I should have played that. Why? This is on move 5 in the game. Okay, knight out, and then d5. d5, knight to d4, knight takes d4, c takes d4, queen takes d4. Is apparently very, very good for white. Well, there you go. There you go. But yeah, my opponent just, you know, from this point, oh, that blunder. I should have taken that pawn at this point in time. Right, this really was quite a key point in the game, wasn't it? So I should have taken that. And then actually be slightly better. Oh, look, the bishop's defending that. If knight takes, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Well, there you go. Missed a few tricks there, but, you know, hats off to my opponent. Played really, really well. Congratulations. took me to bits, and yeah, my lead in development proved not to be the decisive factor in that game. But yeah, so yeah, hope you enjoyed that to some degree. We actually played quite well towards the end. If you look at this, everyone played pretty tight, but this was the key moment in the game when I simply missed the trick. Should have grabbed that pawn, taking advantage of the pin that I had, taking advantage of my, overwhelming attacking pressure against that piece, and I would probably have been all right. But doesn't take anything away from my opponent. Played really, really well and deserves the 11 points. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.